So, this is a demonstration of how slowly I practice the Chopin Etude that I started learning on December 16th. So even though I memorized the first page and can play it hands together, I start this slow because I want to take care and notice all of the nuances in the voicing, the texture, and in the dynamics, okay? I'm gonna flip the camera around. So this is the music. As you can see, we have notes in the treble clef and notes in the bass clef that you're supposed to play with one hand. So you're supposed to play this note, and then this note, and this note, and so on and so forth with the right hand. And the left hand only has one texture to play. So what makes this difficult is to play the top note louder in the right hand than the bottom note. And sometimes you have three notes at once with one hand. So let me show you how this works. I'm going to be listening, and I'm going to be stopping and practicing between two notes as many times as I need in order to play with the correct texture. Okay? So this is how it's going to go. Oh, I know it was a little bit too quiet. I'm gonna backtrack a beat. So at this chord, not all the notes came out, so I'm going to practice that. Okay, that's one, and I'm going to use my confidence metric. Oh, thumb notes are a little too loud, so I'm going to practice that again. What's really hard is you have to decrescendo from that note to the one after it. So it's supposed to be somewhat loud, quiet. There we go. Now my notes are missing. I have to practice this again. So I just did the whole line, and I want to be satisfied playing the entire line right hand alone, okay? So just mind you, I'm able to play it hands together like this. Okay, but why am I practicing the right hand alone at about 30 or 40% of the tempo? It's because playing beautiful music is not just about playing the right notes, but it's about playing the texture and getting the right colors between the notes. So that's why it's painstakingly slow. And I'm not actually lamenting how slow I need to practice it. I find a certain joy in playing the music with the proper texture, right? Anyone can play this piece and make it sound which sounds a bit ham-fisted if you ask me, because all the notes sound the same. But when we play beautiful music, not every note has the same importance. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate the right hand again to really get the texture that I want and try to play the entire line fluidly. Too loud. Okay, I was pretty happy with that. And I'm going to do it again, but a little faster. Oh, what's really hard is that the thumb notes, I'm playing it too quietly that they're not even sounding. So I'm going to practice that. There we go. Next line. A little bit of a blurry pedal there. I'm going to practice to go back a beat. There we go. Oh, notes were not in sync. Thumb was too loud there. Okay, so you see, I'm trying to practice awareness of what I'm doing. I still haven't played a wrong note, but I have missed many notes. So at the very least, if you want to maximize or optimize your learning, you want to play with the minimum number of mistakes as possible, meaning that you have to play at a speed such that you're able to think about each note as it comes and to not play, to actually stop yourself from playing the note unless you're sure of it. And that's something that's really hard to develop as a student, because you hear how the piece or the song sounds and you want to play it quickly, but your brain, and it's not actually your fingers, but it's actually your brain, has not fully integrated the music in its memory, and you're trying to play it very quickly. Okay? So I don't know how long this process has been, but I always start hands separately first. And that bucks the idea that once you're playing hands together, then you don't never have to play hands together ever again. And that's just not true. If you want to play the music the best that you can play it, it demands that you follow a process and to not skip the steps in the process, right? So let's try hands together, and I'm going to show you the same kind of practice and the same kind of demonstration of drills that I did hands separately. So you're going to notice that as soon as I play a note or a passage with the wrong texture, or if the texture is not as good as I think it could be, I'm going to repeat it. I'm going to repeat it again and again. And which is why on my music, you're not going to see boxes, but if you were to draw the figurative boxes on the page, there's going to be 20 unique boxes for just 2 lines, okay? So most of your practice is going to be drills. And the drills never stop because you practice where it's needed and as soon as it's needed. Those are 2 acronyms that I've created for my students, abbreviated as WIN and ASAM. So let's try hands together. Oops, I could have played that one note a little bit louder. This one. Clear pedal change, I like that. Really hard to get an accent on that note without playing it too loudly. Backtrack a bit. Backtrack one more measure just to do it again. So I've been so engrossed in the music, and I feel like I have been playing it decently well, that I haven't stopped to do drills. But in hindsight, there's a measure or two that I could have practiced some drills. So let's do that right now. Oh, could have played that a little louder. There we go. So you see, I still haven't played a mistake. And it took practicing this kind of discipline to not do so. Whereas I reflect on previous piece, almost every piece that I played before this piece, and I approached it not as accurately and with not the kind of discipline that the piece called for. So this is the first piece I'm going to learn of the new year. I started learning it a little bit before the new year, but I vow to practice it to the best of my ability so that I can discover a newfound level of discipline. And this is something that I'm going to help all of you work on in your piano practice, in your lessons, so that you can play the music that you love with greater ability than you ever have. I really believe that is possible. Okay, so thank you for watching this practice demonstration. To summarize, practice carefully, intently, with focus, and as slow as you need in order to play all the details with integrity and with confidence. Okay, happy practicing.